Hello everybody and welcome. You're back with Booth. This is the Simpit and we are here for the Simpit ARCA series. This is race number 2 for the season. Looking to see if the guys can keep it together here at Bristol Motor Speedway in the ARCA cars. Taking a look at our leaderboard for today, we have Joe Hildinger up front with a 842. David Clymer in second with a 14.904, followed by Jerry Watson rounding out the podium with a 14.937. Thomas Dudek, Mark Michkowski rounding out the top 5. Matt Wagner, Rob Melanchuk, Jeremy McLam, Billy Strange, and Sean Cole round out the top 10. Francis Dionisio, David Blair, Brandon Skinner, Bobby Johnson, and Wayne Roberts for 15. Jesse Fox, Damon Robinson, Joey Trungale, Brandon Carl, and Tony Morano Jr. for the rest of the field. 20 cars out there today. Let's get ourselves looking at what's going on as the guys line up and get onto the field ready to go. The last race last week was a fairly difficult one. We're hoping the guys can do a little bit better this week, I think. At least as far as some of the guys have said. It was not an easy race last week for the guys. Although watching it, honestly, it was pretty good for us. Alright, you can type in !multi, just so you guys know if you'd like, those of you guys that are watching on Twitch land, and then you can watch Sean Cole's perspective from the in-car, as well as ours from here. Let's take a quick look as the guys get their final lineup going here at last week's race. So again, tonight we are at Bristol Motor Speedway, and last week we ran ourselves Lanier National, and taking a look at the results, we had David Clymer coming in first, Brandon Skinner in second, followed by Jesse Fox, Rob Melnick, and Sean Cole for the top 5. That means David Clymer is our current points leader at 43 points, Brandon Skinner with 42, and Jesse Fox with 41. And here we go, guys. They're off. Let's have ourselves a look through the field. Again, Joe Hildinger in first, followed by David Clymer, Jerry Watson, Thomas Dudek, Mark Michkowski, Matt Wagner, Rob Melnick, Jeremy McLam, Billy Strange, Sean Cole, Francis Dionisio, David Blair, Brandon Skinner, Bobby Johnson, Wayne Roberts, Jesse Fox, Damon Robinson, Joey Trungale, Brandon Carl, and then Tony, I think, in the pits on this one. Here we go, guys. The pace car is coming around the final corner. We should see it pull in right away. Oh, sorry, I'm one corner early. Pace car's coming around the back stretch. Or do they just have 2 pace laps? Maybe I'm just confused. It's a short track. Booth doesn't know what's going on. It's fine. We'll get it figured out. There we go. Now on the backstretch. Hey, look, we figured out where we are. All right, brothers, here we go. Race number 2. Bristol Motor Speedway in the ARCA cars. This is the Simpit, and we are ready to go. Joe Hildinger going to be setting the pace. The pace car is off, and here we go. Joe Hildinger setting off the pace. David Clymer on the outside. Jerry Watson with a push in that pink 17 car. Holding down third. Mark Michkowski getting into fourth. Thomas Dudek side by side with Jeremy McLam, Rob Melnick, and Billy Strange in the rows further back as these guys start to get moving. Here we go. The top 5 lining up now. Jeremy McLam, Thomas Dudek in 6th, 7th, Rob Melnick in 8th, Billy Strange for 9th, Sean Cole still holding 10th in that 39, Simpit Waifu, Dionisio in the 925 and 11th, David Blair in 12th, Bobby Johnson for 13th, Brandon Skinner, Jesse Fox, Wayne Roberts currently on the inside with Joey Trungale up top for 15th position, Brandon Carl bringing up the rear, David Robinson bringing up the rear, Brandon Carl just ahead there. Let's get back with our leaders. Take a look. Joe Hildinger with a dominating half a second lead on David Clymer for the moment. Everybody pretty much holding their positions for this top 3. Mark Michkowski currently up 1 to 4th. Matt Wagner is well up 1 into 5th. And our first caution of the night. Let's see if we can find the damage. Where's the sideways car? Lap 5 of 150. I don't see a sideways car. There it is. There it is. Brandon Carl. Looks like he just gets loose coming back out of the exit there. On turn number 2. Gets around. The 47 does a great job of avoiding him. Carl's going to be kicking himself for that as we hit our first caution of the night, lap 5 of 150. Move ourselves back up to the leaders. Take a look and see what's going on so far. Everybody doing pretty good up top there. Alright, so Joe Hildinger holding down first place. Quali pole, stay pole. David Clymer still in second. Jerry Watson still in third. Mark Michkowski up 1 position to 4th. Matt Wagner also up 1, taking 5th. Thomas Dudek down 2. Jeremy McLam up 1. And Rob Melnick down 1. Billy Strange and Sean Cole holding their positions for 9th and 10th respectively. Francis Dionoso, David Blair, Bobby Johnson, Brandon Skinner, and Jesse Fox bring us back to 15th, with Bobby Johnson gaining 1, Brandon Skinner down, and Jesse Fox up. Watching for the caution flag to go away there. You guys do have, on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, your flag, so you guys can see what's going on. When that flag goes checkered, or goes green rather, then we are on the final pace lap. Down the back stretch they go. Let's take a quick look at the back of the field. Brandon Carl did manage to get the car back, so he's going to be on the same lap. He is not down a lap. Move ourselves back up to the leaders, and one more time as we come across the start-finish line here, finishing lap 7 onto lap 8 of 150. Again, that's Joe Hildinger up front, qualied pole, stay-in pole. David Clymer in second. Jerry Watson for third. Mark Michkowski for fourth. Matt Wagner for fifth. Thomas Dudek, Jeremy McLam, Rob Melnick, Billy Strange, and Sean Cole round out the top 10 with Francis Dionoso, David Blair, Bobby Johnson, and Brandon Skinner, bringing us back to 14th. Jesse Fox, Joey Trungale, Wayne Roberts, Damon Robbins, and Brandon Carl round out the rest of the field there. Looks like Carl did opt to pit. Is he going to make it out in time? I think so. Shouldn't have a problem there. Again, guys, if you're watching on the Twitch lands, !multi, like us so in the chat, will get you the multi-stream link. You can watch the in-car perspective of the legend, Sean Cole, as well as our broadcast here. Session flag is green. The pace car is coming around. This will be the final. Cameras are sorted. Let's actually go with a little bit more of a zoomed out perspective, see if we can keep an eye on the action. Brandon Carl did make it back to the back of the field, so he is coming out now. And the pace car is in. Here we go. Joe Hildinger once again setting the pace, and they're off. David Clymer up top, but dropping back right away. Mark Michkowski on the inside. Sorry, on the outside. Jerry Watson on the inside in the 17 pink Dream car. Michkowski's going to manage to hold him up top. Looks like he's going to make a move for third. He's going to get it, but can he make it stick? The rest of the cars are all lined up 2 by 2 right back through the field. Mark Michkowski, third position. Looking good. And it looks like our man Wags moving up into fourth in the number 2 car. The 17 of Jerry Watson getting pushed back a good bit there on this restart. Jerry Watson still losing momentum as the number 8 of Jeremy McLam now making a pass on the top. And that's Billy Strange in 7th position, also going to be looking to get up on top there. Watson getting stuck in that low groove. Looks like the high line is faster for these guys. Lap 13 of 150 about to come to an end here. And Jerry Watson still slipping on back through the field. Let's take a quick look at our leaders. A dominating lead for Joe Hildinger, and the caution comes out as we go to check on our leaders, see if we can find the sideways cars. Joey Trungale looking to be the damaged one. Let's back her up and see what we got. Oh my. Oh me, oh my. Looks like Brandon Carl down below in the 77. Well, actually, you know what? He holds his line. Looks like the 106. Looks like Joe comes back down into him there. And that's going to cause a hell of an accident here. Again, this is lap 13 of 150. So the 106, Joey Trungale, kind of coming down as Brandon comes up at the same time. He's going to go around, do a barrel roll, and the 69 Scooby car going to get collected up in that as well. 3 cars smashed up with that one. Let's get ourselves back live once again. And on our leaders. Excuse me. 16 laps of 150 down so far. Second caution of the night. We will be counting. And again, watching that bottom left-hand corner, you can see when we have our green flag back out. But for now, let's take a look at our leaderboard. Again, Joe Hildinger leading, quali pole, stay pole, doing really well thus far. David Clymer in second position. Mark Michkowski in third, up 2 positions from his start. Mac Wagner also up 2, sitting in fourth. Jeremy McLam is up 3 for 5th position. And Billy Strange now up 3 as well for 6th. Jerry Watson, Thomas Dudek, both down 4 positions into 7th and 8th respectively. Sean Cole up 1 for 9th, and Rob Melnick in 10th. Go back through the field here, take a look at all the wonderful paint jobs these guys have done for the series. Couple of small bash ups there. Joey Trungale now coming out of the pit. He is going to be laps down here. And our session flag is green. Pace car coming around. That's 18 laps done for the race number 2 here at Bristol. Again, it was Lanier for our first race, with Clymer taking the lead. Clymer looking to have a repeat performance, I would imagine, holding that second place down so far for this race. Again, lap 18 has been finished. We're coming through 3 and 4 right now. Pit car or pace car will pull in, and the 25 of Joe Hildinger will be setting the pace. Pace car is in, and listen to it. There they go. Joe Hildinger is off. David Clymer right up next to him, but Mark Michkowski with a great run this time, right up behind Joe. Managing to keep it up there, and now David Clymer up on the top. Looking for the pass, looking to take first position away from Joe for the first laps of the race. It's going to be a hard fight. These guys crossing the line. David Clymer is in first as they come across. Joe Hildinger falling back to second, but he does manage to get up high, blocking off Jeremy McLam. He's not going to fall back down. Doing well to hold that second position. McLam looking kind of low there a little bit, but it's looking like the high line is the fast line, and we have another caution. Let's see if we can find the sideways car. That's caution number 3, and this one looks like a big one. Looks like it happened farther ahead here. The 925. Who is that there? The 925 of Dianoso getting loose. He's going to come down. That's, I believe, Dave Blair in the 36 that's trapped in between Bobby Johnson, who collects him, and then Brandon Carl going down into Dianoso. The 47's going to get in on that. Oh, and Trungale as well. Wayne Roberts has to stop there and wait for everything to sort itself out. What a mess. Caution number 3 for the evening. Lap 23 of 150 now we're on. Let's get ourselves back up alive once again as we see the pits starting to sort themselves out here. He is going faster in the pits than these guys are pacing. Interesting. These guys trying to make sure they don't come out lapped, I would imagine. Bobby Johnson making his way out of the pits there. Let's move back up to our leaders. David Clymer going to be setting the pace for this one. Joe Hildinger starting in second. Jeremy McLamb up 5 positions. He's our mover for the day into third. Matt Wagner is in fourth. Billy Strange running at the top 5, up 4 at the moment, doing pretty good. Mark Michkowski down to 6th. Thomas Dudek up 7th. Rob Melnick into 8th. Jerry Watson down to 9th. And Sean Cole still maintaining 10th position. Brandon Skinner, David Blair, Damon Robinson, Jesse Fox, Francis Dionosoil, Wayne Roberts, Bobby Johnson, Brandon Carl, and Joey Trungale are going to round out the other 19 starting cards for our Race 2 of the Simpit ARCA Series here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Close up our overlay there and get our eyes back on the cars once again. So again, Jeremy McLamb, our current mover, up 5 positions, doing really well today. And Clymer up 1 for the lead at the moment. Also looking pretty good. Billy Strange moving up 4 to 5th. He's doing really well. Definitely be a contender for the lead in this race. We know Billy can race the ovals quite well. You guys will have to let me know how Sean's doing over there. In 10th position, I'd imagine he's just trying to stay alive on a track like this. This isn't, it's not a big one. It's tight. It's got quite a lot of banking, so I'd imagine the speed's fairly good, but... Let's move ourselves to the in-car. The green flag is out. There we go. Get a look at our leaders here as we come around through the back stretch into turn number 3. And as we come out of 4, we'll watch here. Here's our man Wags, the in-car of car number 2, Matt Wagner. Pace cars down. And David Clymer with a mad run off the top. Looks like Wags is going to hold it up here as well. Hildinger getting a little slow there. Gonna watch here for McLamb's car. He's down on the inside, moving up real close on Wags, but he does not have the pace to keep it. Nobody up top at the moment. Michkowski up 4th position, holding it down strong there. Let's get ourselves back to our external cameras, see if we can see what's happening here. Joe Hildinger holding down 2nd position in behind David Clymer, who passed him during that last bit. Up to lap number 30 this time around. For 150 here at the Simpit ARCA Series. Wags is sitting in 3rd, making it up another position. Mark Michkowski in 4th, and Jeremy McLamb is in 5th for the moment. This car's looking all pretty good. Looks like Billy Strange has a hell of a run on the number 8 of Jerry McLamb. But Jeremy does manage to hold him off from the looks of things. Does indeed. Billy going to be staying in 6th position here. These guys riding quite a high line. I'd imagine trying to save their tires for as long as possible. Clymer out in front at the moment. Joe Hildinger real close behind though. And we can see the rest of the field staggered up behind them as well. Let's move our way back. So again, David Clymer in the lead. Joe Hildinger for 2nd. Matt Wagner in 3rd. Mark Michkowski in 4th. Billy Strange making the pass for 5th position on the underside of Jeremy McLamb. Rob Melnick going to be looking to get a position out of that as well in the 34 car. Down low. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to make it happen. Managing to hold that rear quarter panel though, so we'll have to see here. There he goes. There he goes. Let's see if he gets the push. Number 34, Rob Melnick down below. This is for 6th position we're looking at the moment. And he does drop off on that low line, not able to maintain the speed. The 83 of Thomas Dudek getting slowed up. That's Jerry Watson in behind in the 17. Sean Cole making the pass on the outside. And the 959 of Brandon Skinner back there as well. And it looks like... I think that's Watson got stuck up on the boards. He does indeed. Brandon Skinner going to gain a position as well as Dudek and Cole. Cole now up to 8th position. Going up on the top for Rob Melnick on the outside as we come to the close of lap 36. Sean Cole pushing hard to get himself another position. They're up to 7th. Right in that high line. And down low, what a move. Down low onto the inside of Jeremy McLam in that 8 car. Sean Cole moving up to 6th position. Dip duck, dodging and diving his way through the field. The 959 as well back there. Sorry about that, guys. Everything got all screwed up a bit. We got stuck on the pace car for me there. Let's let that get past. Looks like these guys are having a pretty good battle back here as well, swatching around. Let's get back to our fights here with the leader first and foremost. David Clymer holding down first still. Joe Hildinger in second, Matt Wagner in third, and Mark Michkowski in fourth. Billy Strange in quite the bubble at the moment. Sean Cole managing to get ahead, and there we are. Rob Melnick currently leading this little bubble of cars, but there's Brandon Skinner moving up from the back of that pack when we first started watching it, now up to the front of it just about in 7th position. Well done, Skinner. Looking pretty good, these guys. Lap 40 of 150 now, 3 cautions down. Cars are looking pretty good. We got a little bit of a teleport going on back there for Michkowski. Hildinger having some connection issues as well. But for the most part, looking pretty good here. David Clymer, a pretty dominating lead. He's holding it nice and strong. He's got a nice solid line. Hildinger just opting to hold that draft, maybe save some fuel, stay high, save the tires. As we move back, Matt and Mark for 4th position. Billy Strange is still in that bubble in 5th. Sean Cole in 6th. And we have 2 wide, 2 deep. Brandon Skinner on the inside. The 34 of Rob Melnick getting pushed to the back. That's going to create another bubble. Jerry Watson in the 17 car in 8th position at the moment. Thomas Dudek in 9th. Rob Melnick in 10th. Jeremy McLam, quite a bubble back there in 11th. 12th place for Bobby Johnson. David Blair on the up top right now, with the 47 of Wayne Roberts down below. That is a lap car there that they're dealing with. David Blair opting to stay high, trying to get his way around it. The number 9 of Damon Robinson in 14th position with Jesse Fox in the 69 Scooby car. Moving up past Joey Trungale and Brandon Carl, who are also both lapped. Looks like Carl's actually still pushing, trying to get himself up a little bit. And we've got a bit of a touch there with the number 2, Matt Wagner, as the leaders start to come through the field. Here we go. That's Clymer leading his way through. Coming up into the traffic, Joe Hildinger and Matt Wagner in close behind, doing their best to not get broken up. Here we go. Clymer down on the inside. The 25 of Joe Hildinger moving down as well. The number 2 close behind of Matt Wagner. And they have Michkowski in the number 18 close behind them. We come up through the traffic. Quite a run Clymer gets there. And it looks like Carl might end up forcing him up top. We'll have to wait and see. This is quite an interesting little fight. This looks like he's going to get boxed in. Joey Trungale up top. Brandon Carl down below. They're both lapped. But they're fighting for position as well. So they do have to kind of... Oh! And the 106 of Joey Trungale coming down in the middle of the straight. Not a smart move. Careful, careful. You need to hold that line. That was a dangerous move. And that's going to split up the leaders. That definitely has race implications if we stay green. David Clymer now with a dominating 7/10 lead over Joe Hildinger after that traffic. Joe Hildinger, Matt Wagner, and Mark Michkowski still close together as they go to pass the 36 of Dave Blair now. Dave in 12th position, going a lap down at the moment. Excuse me, sorry about that. I think we've got quite the cluster going on up here. David Clymer now way ahead. 8/10 on Joe, who is now going to have some front end damage for sure. And we have our 4th caution of the night. Where's the sideways car? There he is, I believe. Let's back it up. Let's see what happens here. We have the number 8 of Jeremy McLam. That's Sean Cole and Brandon Skinner in behind him. Looks like Sean... Oh! That's just unfortunate. Sean Cole going down on the exit to pass the number 8, who is lapped at the moment, and Brandon Skinner is also down there. And they're going to plow into him, take a bit of damage, spin him around, and thankfully the number 8's going to get off fairly quickly there. And it looks like we've got a few guys opting to pit. Let's take a look at our leaders. Those are our important ones for that kind of stuff at the moment. David Clymer still running the lead. And he is pulling into the pits. We do have our pits coming. Here we go, boys. David Clymer pulling in, Joe Hildinger as well, Matt Wagner, Mark Michkowski, Brandon Skinner, Sean Cole, Thomas Dudek, Jerry Watson, Rob Melnick, all opting to pit. David Blair even coming in. Billy Strange pitting on lap 54, along with Jesse Fox. Might have the lead after this. We'll have to see how this shakes everything up. And there we go. I did see Clymer coming on out there. Joe Hildinger in behind him. Billy is indeed in first now with the 1 lap earlier pit. Wagner and Michkowski bring us back to 5th position. Caution flag still out. And let's just take a look back through the field here. 6th position for Brandon Skinner, now up 7 from his start. He's doing well. Thomas Dudek is in 7th. 8th position for our man Sean Cole, getting caught up in that mess earlier. Rob Melnick is in 9th. Francis Dionisio, lap car there. Damon Robinson coming out of the pits, he's 16th. Joey Trungales for 19th. Getting to be a little confusing watching all the cars out there now. Gonna have to keep an eye mostly on our leaders, who is currently Billy Strange, up 8 positions from his start. The mover and shaker for the day at the moment. 57 laps of 150 down, looking like it's going to be a 3-pit strategy. But I'd imagine that's going to depend on cautions. Alright, and with the wave around, the blue flag cars are out of the way. The session flag is green. They have a very small amount of time to get around as the cars start to line up. Lap 58 coming to a close as we come out of turn 2 across our back stretch. Sorry, front stretch. Here we go. Get the right camera, then I actually know where we are. Into 3. Again, Billy Strange, our leader. David Clymer in 2nd. Joe Hildinger for 3rd. Matt Wagner for 4th. The pace car is in. Mark Michkowski in 5th. And we're about to see these guys take off. Billy Strange with an early lead jumping off. David Clymer getting a fairly decent run, managing to not fall too far back. But Joe Hildinger on the inside in that 25. And up top, number 2, Matt Wagner, moving his way up into 3rd position. Go Wags, go. The 25, Joe Hildinger, going to be losing now. Down to 4th. And Michkowski having a teleporting issue. That's going to make me lose my camera. Sorry about that, guys. Move ourselves back up here. I'll try to keep the camera off Michkowski so it doesn't do that. 9:59 of Brandon Skinner up into 6th position. He's up 7 at the moment, and Sean Cole right behind him. Looks like Clymer had a little bit of a miff. He lost some speed. He's dropping down low. Matt Wagner going to move up to 2nd. Clymer's going to jump up ahead of Joey and manage to keep that 3rd position. Maybe get a little bit of a push out of that 25. Here we go. Billy Strange now with a dominating 8/10 lead. Matt Wagner holding down 2nd position by about half a second. Clymer now in 3rd. Joe Hildinger in 4th. Going to be looking to get those positions back. And again, Mark Michkowski rounding out the top 5. Sean Cole does move up a position on Brandon Skinner as we were trying to get our cameras back. Sorry about that. Doing well, Mr. Cole. Up 4 positions from 10th thus far. We have a fairly good battle here for the podium at the moment. The podium in the top 5. 9:59 of Brandon Skinner, looking low on Sean Cole, but doesn't manage to keep it. He's going to come back up top. Right behind him is Thomas Dudek in the 83. Looking to keep himself up in the mix as well. Keep an eye on these cars for now. Joe Hildinger looking down low on Clymer, not quite able to make it stick. That high line seems to be the faster. And the number 2 of Matt Wagner getting a little bit of wall scrub as he's a little high there. That's going to allow Clymer to get back up close in that draft. Billy Strange just checking out up front there. Looks like the gap is maintained. Matt's going to manage to hold it. Joey Trungale still trying to push down underneath on Mr. Clymer. He does manage to get his nose in there, but there's just not enough speed on that low line. And moving up to the top is Mark Michkowski up top on Joe Hildinger. He does have that high line. We know it's faster. Sean Cole's going to end up in the wall and slowing down as Mark Michkowski does make the pass on Hildinger. It's going to drop Cole back down to 8th position. Still up 2 from the start. Still not doing too bad, but I'm sure he's kicking himself for that. Looks like Strange has lost some pace. Wagner now coming up pretty close behind him. Only a 10th separating the two. Wagner's got a fairly strong line there. ARCA did that draft. Billy Strange currently up 8 positions for that pole, or for that lead rather. Looking really good. Lap 69 giggity coming to a close. 70 of 150, boys. Here we go. Just about halfway through. Short laps for these guys. 15 seconds. Real short. Billy Strange holding down that lead. Looking to hold the dominating line. Make sure he doesn't let Matt get around. Back through the field. Mark Michkowski now up to 3rd position. Joe Hildinger 4th. David Clymer down to 5th, unfortunately. After the whatever slowed him down there. I think he just caught a bit of wall. Brandon Skinner currently up 7 positions for 6th. Looking pretty good there, Skinner. Thomas Dudek in 7th. Pull back down to 8th. Rob Melnick in 9th. Bobby Johnson rounding out the top 10. And that's it for cars on the lead lap, isn't it? Oh, no, we still got a few left. Jesse Fox. Couple guys there. All the way back to 18th and our leaders. Here we are. We'll take a look at the standings in a moment. I just want to see how close we are here to watching a battle happen. Michkowski's getting mighty close on Wagner. We could see something happen at these top 4. And if that happens, it's going to give Clymer the opportunity to catch up. Quick look at our standings for the top 15. We have Billy Strange currently leading the pack with Matt Wagner hard on the push in 2nd place. Mark Michkowski is well pushing from 3rd, and Joey Hildinger looking to get himself back on the pole from 4th position. David Clymer currently running in a bit of a bubble in 5th. Brandon Skinner in 6th, Thomas Dudek in 7th, Rob Melnick in 8th, Sean Cole in 9th, and Bobby Johnson rounding out the top 10. Jerry Watson, Jesse Fox, Francis Dionisio, Jeremy McLam, and David Blair rounding out our top 15. 75 laps in the book, halfway through this race here. 4 cautions for the night thus far, 4 cautions. On a track like this, I'm actually thinking the guys aren't doing too bad. 47 down low, letting everybody by. Here we go. Damon Robinson trying to get down low, but these guys are moving across the track trying to get out of the way, and it's causing some issues there. Billy Strange gets real close to Joe. Mark Michkowski getting stuck on the inside with Wags up top, and Clymer is now catching up to that group of 5. Down low, Jeremy McLam in 15th position, holding his line, doing well, very good. Michkowski from the low to the high, trying to get a little bit of an extra line there. Is gaining a small amount of time on Wags, but not a heck of a lot. Joe Hildinger, though, right up close behind Billy now. Back up into that 2nd position. Only down 1 from his start now. Can he take it away from Billy? We're going to have to watch and see. I'm thinking traffic is going to be the main thing. Traffic and cautions. Billy Strange running solid on the high line. Joe does have that run, but doesn't opt to take it. Seems to be slowing down just a little earlier and speeding up just a little earlier as a result. Staying right up close behind Billy. A 10th or 2 separating them. And it looks like, oh, poor Wags gets stuck up on the wall. It's going to drop him back down to 5th position. Mark Michkowski up 3rd, Clymer up to 4th. And we're back into traffic again. Francis Dionisio in that 925, staying low. Brandon Carl right now just doesn't really have a place to be. He's kind of in the middle of the track, getting pushed down low. And he's actually going to... Oh! Mark Michkowski gets stuck up behind the lap traffic, and David Clymer going to make the pass for 3rd position. Mark Michkowski now down 4th. Wags still behind him for 5th. Michkowski opting to hold that lower line rather than pulling up. Looking pretty good, these top 5. Billy holding it down, but the other 4 just rotating. A small mistake and a scrape on the wall, a ride in the rumbles, drop you back right quick. And we're coming up into traffic once again. These guys are starting to see it. Let's get ourselves a roll bar. As we come up through this traffic, this is our man Billy Strange, currently in the lead. You can see he's running quite a high line. And he goes down low. Jeremy McLam going up high. David Blair staying down low. He splits between the two. Back up high to hold his line. The lap car's pulling down low. Billy Strange with the pass. Joe Hildinger in behind. Here's Clymer and Michkowski and Wags. We'll get a look at Wags, who is the back of this pack of 5 as these guys move their way through the field. You can see there's our man Billy Strange up front with the lead. Down low right now over Jesse Fox in that 69 Scooby car. These 5 racing with all they got. Clymer moving down to the inside. And Michkowski moving down as well. Again, we're watching Wags here. Wags is going to get the pass on Joe. Down low. Wags having a bit of teleportation issues going on there. Get back up to our external cam once again. And keep an eye on these guys. Mark Michkowski, 3rd position now. Billy Strange down to 2nd as Clymer does manage to take that lead back. Through the traffic. Michkowski looking to make a pass now. He's got himself down low. Billy Strange up high. Clymer ducking low underneath the 9 of Damon Robinson. Billy Strange just trying to find the gap. He's got it. Michkowski and Wags now side by side with the number 9, 3 wide. Joe Hildinger coming down low on the number 9 as well. Mark Michkowski down low. Matt Wags up top. Wags does get that 3rd position. Can he make it stick? He does indeed on that high line. Quite the gap now. Clymer's got almost a 2.5 seconds on Billy Strange with all the mess that's happened through the traffic. Strange is doing his best to maintain his pace. All of these guys having pit lap 54, lap 55 roughly. They're all basically on the same tires. And the number 2 now, Matt Wagner looking down low on Billy. He doesn't manage to get it, and that's going to give Michkowski the run, but does Michkowski have anywhere to go, is the question here. Matt Wags holding down low. He does manage to keep it, but no, he's going to lose it. Wags giving Strange just a little bit of a bump, dropping him back. The podium revolves again, and the top 5 as well, as Wags drops to the back there. Michkowski down on the inside. Billy is going to lose it, but does he manage to hold off Joey? He does hold off Joe. Hildinger in that 25 car going to be stuck with that 4th position for now. Billy moving down low on Michkowski now, but Michkowski with that dominating high line should be able to hold it. Joe Hildinger moving up on the outside, and Matt Wagner also going to move around on the outside as we start to get back into traffic again. The 925, Francis Dionisio going down low. The number 8 as well going down low. That's Jeremy McLam. As the leaders come around, let's move ourselves back up real quick. Take a quick check on Clymer, who is now 2.5 seconds ahead of Mark Michkowski in 2nd position. Joe Hildinger in 3rd, Matt Wagner in 4th, and Billy Strange in 5th position. Continue to watch these guys battle. It's been a good race thus far. Lap 99 about to come to a close here, my friends. This is 2/3 of the way through our 2nd race here in the Simpit ARCA series. Again, we're at Bristol Motor Speedway, and it has been a hell of a race. 4 cautions and 100 laps. Honestly, not too bad, I'm thinking. Especially on a short track like this. Clymer now way ahead. Absolutely dominating. As he starts working on the top 10 for lap cars. And Matt Wagner moving up on top on Joe Hildinger. Going to move himself up into that podium. Hildinger in 4th. Billy Strange must have caught some damage when they were moving through that traffic there. As he's now moved back down to 5th position. Skinner, again, our mover and shaker for the day. He's currently sitting in 7th, up 6 positions from his start. He was the mover for the last series, coming in 2nd position. What a legend in our first race at Lanier. Move ourselves back up, take a quick look at our leader, David Clymer, as he makes his way through the field. And the 34 of Rob Melnick making a pass on the number 9. lap car as well. Goes Jesse Fox as well. And Sean Cole, there he is, exclamation mark multi in the chat. If you'd like to watch the in-car perspective as well as the broadcast, you can definitely do so. Sean is streaming from twitch.tv/Simpit Live. Again, you can type in exclamation mark multi into the chat if you'd like to get that. Mark Michkowski making his way through the traffic. Down low on Robinson. And now looking to get past Jesse Fox. Wags in behind, trying to get that high line. I'd imagine trying to get himself a bit of a run as they deal with this traffic. This could see a 3 wide moment here. Wags has to drop down low a little bit. The 69's in the rumbles. He has to check up. He's got no choice. He's boxed in. He's got nowhere to go. Has to drop back a position. Joe Hildinger going to take third away from him because of the traffic there. Managing traffic is part of the race, I suppose. Hildinger now in third with Mark Michkowski up in second and Wagner in fourth. Play Strange still holding down fifth. Thomas Dudek is in sixth position at the moment. Seventh again, Brandon Skinner up 6 positions from his start. Ray Watson in eighth. Bobby Johnson for ninth. And Rob Melnick rounding out the top 10 for these guys. Let's go move back to our leader again. Take a quick look. Where's he at? Clymer, all by himself, all alone, 3.5 seconds up on second place. Without a caution, he's got this. Cautions or incidents are the only thing that are bringing him down at this point. Mark Michkowski and the guys making their way past. Sorry, I lost connection again with Mark. I'm gonna make sure I stop looking at his car. Couple of internet issues there, nothing super bad, but that's alright. Alright, David Clymer, again, 3.5 seconds, almost 4 on second position. Mark Michkowski, Joe Hildinger in third with Matt Wagner in fourth. This should be the battle to watch here for the podium, as these guys have been switching places pretty much all day. 112 laps coming to a close as we come to 3 and 4. Michkowski having a bit of a teleport moment there. His connection's usually really good. I guess we'll have to mention it to him that we saw him doing quite a bit of teleporting on this one. Not common for his car, I don't believe. Hildinger trying to hold down low. Michkowski just trying to keep it up there. I'm wondering if the high line's staying the fastest or not. It seems to be like that middle line is almost better in some ways, if you can hold it. But Mark Michkowski does manage to prove me wrong. There he is on the outside. And the 36 rather, of Dave Blair pulling into the pits as we come around there. The battle for the podium continues. Thomas Dudek there coming out. And a caution flag, here we are. Let's see if we can spot the damaged cars. Where are we at here? What threw this caution? I don't even know what threw this one. Oh, there it is. There it is! We found it! Francis Dionisio, unfortunately, getting spun around. Let's see if we can find out what happened there. Looks like coming off the exit. Oh, comes up into the number 9. And that's going to wreck his day. Definitely got to be careful when you're coming out of the corners. Make sure you don't drift up too high. Gonna cause contact with the number 9. That's going to spin him around. He almost takes out Clymer. That would have sucked to see. Clymer with that dominating lead. Holding the brakes, letting everybody get by. And then pulling around into the pits. There we go. Alright, let's get ourselves back up live and back up on our leader once again. Here we go. Caution flag is out. The cars are catching up to the pace car. Take a look at our top 15 for tonight. Again, 20 cars on the field tonight, 19 actually starting. And this is Bristol Motor Speedway. David Clymer in first position, up 1 from his starting position. Mark Michkowski's up 3 for second. Joe Hildinger down 2 for third. Matt Wags, our buddy Wagner, up into 4th position, up 2. Billy Strange up 4 for 5th. And Brandon Skinner, currently the mover on the board, in 6th position, up 7 from his start. Jerry Watson down 4 to 7th position. Bobby Johnson is in 8th, up 6. Rob Melnick down 2 to 9th. And Thomas Dudek down 6 to 10th. Sean Cole now down 1 to 11th. Brandon Carl up 7 as well in 12th position. David Blair down 1 to 13th. Jesse Fox up 2 for 14th. And the rounding out the top 15 is Francis Dionisio down 4 from his start. Looks like the leaders all opted to pit lap 116. This is the final pit for the race. We should not see any more. As the cars come around here. Closing out lap 118 of 150, so we should be going green on 120, I believe. We will see here in a moment. You can see the pace cars up there. We should see everything shuffle around here fairly quickly. Sorry for the clicking on the keyboard. Alright, and again, real quick while we're waiting for this caution to come close. So the leaders, as of yet in the series, David Clymer in 4th position. 43 points overall. Brandon Skinner with 42 for 2nd, and Jesse Fox is our 3rd place with 41. Rob Melnick and Sean Cole for 4th and 5th for our current standings. This race, if Clymer wins it, could be real good for the championship points for him. Here we go. The flag is green. Lap car's getting the wave around. Clymer will catch up to the pace car. These cars will stack up too wide as we hit our back stretch. David Clymer and Mark Michkowski going to be starting this one. Joe Hildinger and Matt Wagner in row 2. Billy Strange and Brandon Skinner in our 3rd row. Bobby Johnson and looks like Brandon Carl in the 4th row. And the pace car is off, driving through the rumble. David Clymer with a strong lead. Michkowski's going to drop in behind. That's Matt Wagner in the number 2 car up top on Joey Hildinger. Hildinger's got a real good run there coming out of the corner onto the back stretch. Going to take down 3rd position. Billy Strange in 5th. Looking to get a pass as well. He's going down low. Oh, no! We have ourselves a small amount of contact there. And it looks like Joe does manage to save it. The caution will not come out for this one. And the 36 of Dave Blair drifteroo through turn 1 and 2. Move ourselves back up to our leaders. David Clymer holding down that lead. Mark Michkowski is in 2nd position with Matt Wagner in 3rd. And the caution flag comes out. Let's see if we can find the sideways cars. Oh, that 925 of Francis Dionisio again, unfortunately getting caught up in that one. Not the one to cause it, though. Let's see what we have here. We have the 69 of Jesse Fox and the number 8 of Jeremy McLam. Looks like Jeremy just gets a little loose going into turn number 1. A little meaning a lot. He's going to get loose, go sideways, going to get collected by Jesse Fox. Jesse's going to come down just a small amount there. And oh, the number 8 coming down the track backwards. Oh no. Into Sean Cole. I think that's going to end his race, isn't it? I wonder if he's on his brakes there. It almost looks like he's not. Moving pretty quickly. Yeah, he's not on his brakes there. His tires should be locked up. It is what it is, I suppose. You live and you learn. Hopefully he does manage to keep himself on his brakes next time. You don't want to be the one that's killing anybody, of course. We're back up to our leaders now. This is caution number 6 for the evening. Pochena, how you doing? Hope you're well, brother. 6 cautions and 125 laps. I'll have to see what the guys think about this one once it comes around to it. At work? Very nice. This is an okay thing to do at work. It's fine. Alright, it's looking like lap 28 or 29. 128, 129 is going to be our green flag. As the caution flag is out. So again, 6 cautions today, 126 laps. This should be closing down, putting us on lap 127 with another left to go on our pace lap here. These are short pace laps. Look at Brandon Skinner go up to 5th position now after that caution. Hey, Kath. All right, one rip through the standings. David Clymer currently up 1 for first position. Mark Michkowski is in second, up 3 from his start. Matt Wagner up in third, again up 3 positions as well. Billy Strange up 5 to fourth position. Brandon Skinner, the current mover shaker, 5th position, up 8. Bobby Johnson also up 8, behind him in 6th. Rob Melnick is currently holding 7th where he started. Joe Hildinger down 7th positions to 8th. Thomas Dudek down 5 to 9th, and Sean Cole rounds out our top 10 as the green flag comes out and the cars stack up. Here we go, lap 128 of 150, going green on 129. Looks like 22 laps to go on this green flag session. Let's hope these guys can keep it green and keep the action tight for the last little bit here. Again, 6 cautions. In the grand scheme of things, really not so bad. At least from a viewer's perspective, I'm sure these guys are frustrated. Nobody likes running pace laps. There goes. The pace car is in. And David Clymer with the early start's going to get ahead. Mark Michkowski tucking in behind. Billy Strange up top on the number 2, Matt Wagner. Billy's going to be in 4th position as that shakes out. Matt Wagner does manage to take 3rd, and Brandon Skinner is currently in 5th position, going down low with quite the entry to that corner, coming up real close on Billy. Not managing to make anything happen out of it, though. We'll have to see how these guys fight. Lap 130 about to come to a close. 20 laps left to go this time by. 2:42 of David Clymer with that lead. Mark Michkowski still in behind. Again, the number 2 of Matt Wagner in 3rd. Number 28 of Billy Strange in 4th. And Brandon Skinner in the 9:59 up 8 positions from the start for 5th position at the moment. Looking to see a battle for the podium. Maybe a battle for 5th. Maybe a battle for the lead. We'll see how it goes, how hard these guys push. Lap 132 of 150 now down. Again, this is the Simpit ARCA series. And we are broadcasting from my basement, but Bristol. Alright, here they come. Lap 132 in the books. Looking good, looking strong. Clymer keeping it on. Mark Michkowski staying close behind. Only a couple tenths separating the top 3. As we know, go 5 laps down from that last caution. Lap 134 of 150. Clymer doing a good job. Gaining a little bit of distance there on Michkowski. Wags looking like he's managing to get a little bit closer, and he actually touches the wall. That's going to drop Wags back, and I believe that's going to give Billy Strange the opportunity he's looking for to get up into that podium. He's going low. He's looking for it. Does he manage to keep the momentum? He does not. Matt Wagner going to manage to get away with that wall scrape and hold down that 3rd position. Mark Michkowski now real close in behind on Clymer up there for 1st. And with a bit of a run through the corners, he could try to make something happen here. All the cars are pretty spread out. We're starting to deal with lap cars. Dionisio down low, holding his line. Very good. Clymer up top. Mark Michkowski right up close behind him. Wags is going to get that pass on the lap car. Billy Strange coming around. Michkowski real close on Clymer right now. Marco looking for that pass. Maybe just trying to drive his mirror, maybe trying to find the run. We'll have to see if he can get her done. Lap 138 coming to a close. Lap 139 of 150. Again, this is the Simpit ARCA series. Race number 2. First race was at Lanier. Clymer won that one. Going to be looking for another win here. He's pushing for it. Michkowski sticking around that 1 to 5 tenths behind area, though. He's not getting too far behind. Holding it down real well. I'm wondering if Mark is trying to save his tires and stay in draft, or if he's really pushing. We'll have to have a chat with him after. You guys will be able to see in the Simpit Discord, and if you're interested and not joined already, type in !Simpit to get involved with that. As well as !Multi if you'd like to see Sean Cole's perspective of the race. Currently in 15th position, down 5 from the start. I imagine looking to just kind of get it done after that last incident. Unfortunately getting backed into there. Lap 142, David Clymer still leading. While we have the opportunity, and there's a bit of a gap. He's starting to close the gap. Yeah, we'll back up. Mark Michkowski in 2nd. Matt Wagner in 3rd. Billy Strange is in 4th. Brandon Skinner for 5th position. Joe Hildinger is currently in 6th position. Rob Melnick is in 7th. 8th position is Bobby Johnson. Thomas Dudek for 9th, and Jerry Watson for 10th. These guys mixing it around quite a bit. We've got lap cars battling. We've got other cars battling. There's, I think, 3 sets of cars on 3 sets of laps fighting for positions up in here. It's a bit of a mess at the moment. Let's move ourselves back up to our leaders again. David Clymer. Still Mark Michkowski following him close behind with Matt Wagner and Billy Strange rounding out the rest of that little battle there. Brandon Skinner getting pressure on by Joe Hildinger. Joe Hildinger moving up onto the outside. That's going to drop Skinner down to 6th position. Can Hildinger hold it? Lap 145 of 150. Hildinger does make that position. Moving up to the top 5, pushing Brandon Skinner down to 6th. He's still doing good, though, up 7 positions from his start. Back up to the leaders once again as we move through the traffic. David Clymer in the lead. Lap 146 down, on to lap 147 now. 4 laps left to go. Michkowski's going to be pushing real hard trying to get that position. There he is, and with a bit of a push! Clymer's going to hold it. He's going to slow down. Wags is going to go on the inside. He's going to capitalize on it. Is Wags going to get all the way or not? He does have to stay low. He's not going to get it. That push, and Mark just being a nice guy. Mark could have followed through with that, but he opted not to. Made the contact and dropped it back. What a nice guy. Well done, Mark. Well done, buddy. David Clymer still holding that lead. Lap 149. Here we go. This is the backstretch. And for the final time, we are coming in to turn 1. Here we go. David Clymer crosses the line. Lap 150 with the lead. Doing real well up 1 position from his start. Matt Wagner is in 2nd position. Looking like it's locked down for this one as we come in through 3 and 4. Wags doing his best to push up, but it's going to be Clymer that takes it home. David Clymer, congratulations for the win. Matt Wagner in 2nd position. After that start there, Mark Michkowski in 3rd, and we will take a look, at the rest of the stats in just a moment. We want to give Clymer a chance to get set up for his victory donuts. Well done, Clymer. What an absolute mad lad. Hard race, good push. Well done. 6 cautions here today with 150 laps down. Again, this is the Simpit ARCA series, and we will be broadcasting this one once a week, every Friday. We will also be uploading this to the Simpit Crew channel if you guys wanted to catch it later. Didn't have time to watch it, whatever the reasoning may be. Here's our standings. David Clymer in 1st position as he gets set up on the start straight for a burnout. David Clymer, congratulations, buddy, winning the first 2 races here. Matt Wagner in 2nd. Mark Michkowski takes 3rd. Billy Strange up into 4th positions, up 5 from his start. I believe that makes him the... Oh, no, Brandon Carl was up 7, so we'll wait for a second. Well, David Clymer in 1st again, congratulations. Matt Wagner for 3rd. Mark Michkowski for... Sorry, Matt Wagner for 2nd. Mark Michkowski for 3rd. Billy Strange for 4th. Joe Hildinger rounds out the top 5. Brandon Skinner is up 5 positions. Up 7 positions to 6th. He's our mover and shaker for the day. There you go. And then we have Rob Melnick in 7th. Thomas Dudek in 8th. Bobby Johnson in 9th. Jerry Watson in 10th. David Blair is in 11th. Brandon Carl for 12th. 13th is Jesse Fox. Francis Dionisio in 14th. Jeremy McLam in 15th. Sean Cole. Damon Robinson. Wayne Roberts and Joey Trungale rounding out the 19 cars that started our field today. David Clymer going for some reverse laps over here. Congratulations to all the guys that showed up. It was a good race. Glad to see it, guys. Thank you guys so much. Very many appreciates. It was a good time. It was good to see. And we will be back with this one again next week. Big ol' thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe. This is the Simpit. I'm Devin Booth. Thank you guys for hanging out.